Hey everyone, what is going on? My name is Live, and the prophesized time has come. We have finally got a brand new update for Payday 2 on Xbox One and PS4 that is available to download right now. I am downloading it as we speak, but I figured while it's doing so, and while the game's getting ready to set up so I can actually go in and see what's new properly, I figured I would cover the patch notes that have already been released, talk about what's been added, maybe what's missing, talk about what's there and what's not, and why certain things are there and why certain things aren't. Just get into a bit of a discussion. We'll get into that shortly. Anyway, we've got patch notes, we've got information, we've got to talk about what's here and what's not. So without further ado, my name is Live. Welcome back to the channel, and let's talk some console update news. Okay, so at the time of recording earlier today, Goris posted on the Steam forums talking about what's been added in the update. So we're going to read that post first, and then I'll read through the patch notes, and if there's anything else worth noting, I'll point that out as well. His post reads, "Hello console heisters, we know you've been waiting a long time for this, and now the day is finally upon us. We have just released our latest update for those of you who are playing the game on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. This update is available for free to everyone on either the Crime Wave Edition or the Big Score Edition, and contains both the new content as well as the wide selection of bug fixes and other improvements." So, Crime Wave Edition, Big Score Edition, Crime Wave Collection. If you own anything for Payday 2, even just the base game, you're getting this content. Let me specify that now, because there'll be someone who doesn't understand that in the comments. But here's a summary of the new content featured in the update. So first off, updated rules to match the latest game design for matchmaking on Xbox One. So Xbox One matchmaking, hopefully going to run better now. I hope that's the case. I haven't seen how it runs. When I get into it, I'll find out and I'll let you know better, but hopefully that's a good sign for Xbox One players. The new contract broker UI that was added in a Crime Fest or something, I think it looks nice. Not much to talk about there. Storyline, team AI management, custom laser and flashlight colors, okay. Continental coins and joy. Skipping the laser color thing, 4 of the 5 things Goris promised are in the update. Crime Spree is not here, we'll get to that in a second, but we have 4 of the things Goris promised us in this update, so we got some big stuff to talk about. We'll get to that in a second. We also have Joy's Mask, Joy Begins, the Hacker perk deck, the Hackathon melee weapon. Can't remember what that looks like. Probably going to be trash. Don't think anyone cares about it. And then the Akimbo Signature SMG and Singular you can have as either a primary or secondary. And the cherry on the cake we were all waiting for, the ton of Akimbo weapons that were added in Spring Break 2018 are on the console version now. So if you want Akimbo Judges, Akimbo whatevers, I can't even name them off the top of my head, but there are Akimbos for everything at this point nearly, so get ready, because there's going to be some brand new guns we can mess around with in this update. He then links the full patch notes, which I'm going to bring up now. I don't actually know, I've read through a bit of it, but I feel like he's probably summed up everything worth talking about in his post. So I'll bring up the patch notes, have a look through, and we'll just see if there's anything else new. So the top section is everything he's talked about. Things to note, I'm looking in the patch notes right now. Added heist difficulty filter options. Not really sure what's going on there. Tradable hostages can now be killed. Loads of quality of life changes. They've added the Zeal Cloaker and Zeal Taser into the spawn pool for people playing on Death Sentence, so that's a nice touch if you play on that difficulty. Supposedly, they have fixed crashes connected to throwables and destructibles, so I'm hoping that means they fixed the flashbangs issue. I'm hoping, I don't know. They've also fixed an issue where flashbangs are not destructible, so basically now when a flashbang is thrown, you can smash it and it will stop it from going off. That's what we've needed for quite a while. There's also a bunch of changes for clippings, etc. for certain masks. One that I like particularly is repositioning the tiara on Sydney, so I'm quite happy about that. Sydney main, I'm quite chuffed about that, I'm not going to lie. They've remodeled a bunch of textures on police officers, special units, etc. Nothing too major to talk about there. A few skill fixes here and there, nothing new in that department. The inventory, they fixed a few issues there. Again, nothing worth noting. I'll link the patch notes in the description if you want to look at everything in full. Weapons, they've added a few new weapons, as we know. They've added all the Akimbos and the signature weapon from Joy. They've renamed the Flamethrower to the Flamethrower Mark 1. Now, I can't see anywhere in this patch note set that they've added the new flamethrower that was added like halfway through last year, which I think was meant to be like a bit of an Elon Musk meme. There's no word in the patch notes that that's been added, so they may just be renaming the flamethrower in preparation for that rather than because it's been added. I'm not sure. Until I get into the game, I can't tell you completely, so you'll have to hold out on that one. But the flamethrower has been renamed, but it has also been buffed. The flamethrower Mark 1, well, the ammo and magazine have been buffed, so the total ammo has gone up from 600 to 1800, and the magazine size has gone up from 300 to 900, but the damage has been halved. It's gone from 14 to 7, so it's a bit of an interesting one, to be honest. And other than that, looking right through, there's just a bunch of little patches here and there for heists. Again, I will link all these in the description. You can go through and have a look through if you want to look in particular. But that sums up everything that we need to look at in terms of the patch notes. So, let's have a look at what else Goris has been saying before we make our own little summations here and there. So, first off, crime spree, that's the most important thing. It's not in this update. I posted in the Steam forum asking about it, saying that there was scarily little mention of it in his notes, and he then replied, and he said, even though crime spree was one of the features we worked on adding, it was not ready to release, and so it didn't make it into the update. Crash fixes have been fixed, but since they are random, we do not mention them in the patch notes, and also the mutators note is a mistake, so we will remove that. I didn't even notice that, so okay, mutators must not be in the game. That's fair, didn't really care. Finally, the Grim stats have changed to help with the audio issue. Let's hope that's true as well. The patch size is a known issue. What, so the patch isn't meant to be this big? Okay, yikes, that's interesting. No new achievements or trophies either, so we don't know what's going on that front. But that is the crime spree situation. Now, I have to admit, I want to stay impartial here because I am super, super grateful we got a new update, and I want to give a big shout out to Tobias Remmers, one of the developers at Overkill, for sending me the links to the patch notes, etc., so I was well prepared for this video. I will say, though, the fact that crime spree isn't there is disappointing. Goris did confirm last year that that would be in the next update, and I would have hoped, or at least thought, that a bit before the update was released, he would have said, you know, this feature might not be coming, we've had some more issues. Usually he does that, and I'm a little bit sad he didn't. I can't judge him because it's very busy, and there's a lot of things going on at Overkill. They've got the reconstruction, everything to deal with, so I'm not going to judge them for it, or say that they're rude, or evil, or, like, you know, misplanning things by not telling us. I'm just a bit sad that they didn't say it beforehand, but you can't judge. We've got everything else that we needed for the time being. There's no new heists, which means the next update's going to have a bunch of content to catch up on, but that's fine. We've got the Team AI, the Continental Coins, the other bits and pieces that I've talked about, more quality of life changes to get people back into the game. Continental Coins in particular and the Team AI, I cannot wait to get back in and play around with. So, I mean, after I went in and reset my progress, I've now got something to go back and actually get back into the game because I haven't even hit Infamy 3. I haven't had motivation to play it, so I'm really glad we've got some now. And as for the lack of achievements and trophies, I'm disappointed again. I hope we get some new ones in the next update because 2 updates in a row without them is kind of sad, and personally I'm someone who really likes to track those things down. So again, despite the circumstances with reconstruction, if you guys can try and work on some new achievements and trophies for us, I would appreciate that, but I get it's not really that important. So, you know, if you can't do it, you can't do it, but I'd like to hear if there's anything else to report on that, if you do have anything to discuss for it. I'd also like to mention Switch for a second, because again, there is no mention of a Switch update. Now, at this point, I'm going to have to be honest with you guys, because they're still not mentioning it at this point, I think Switch might well be dead in the water. There's supposedly a separate dev team for it, but that's the only thing I've heard since it was released over a year ago. I have heard no information about where the update is up to. I've heard no information as to what's going on with the update, what it might contain, who's working on it. Supposedly the dev team just exists, but we've heard nothing. So, Overkill, I have faith in you that you're doing what you said you're doing, but really at this point you do have to give us some proof that there is a Switch dev team, because I'm worried for Switch players, because everyone keeps asking and I want to give them information and there's nothing there. So if anyone at Overkill is watching this and has Switch information, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me either on Twitter or my business email, which is in the channel's about section. So one or the other, please get in touch and let me know if there's anything to know about Switch. But other than that, I can't say anything else. It's Xbox One and PS4, and if there's any Switch news, you guys know, as second I hear it, I'll report it. But until then, I can't say anything else. There's nothing else to say. And also, I know that there is no safe house. I get that people are going to be annoyed about that, but I think I'd already said previously, the safe house is probably not going to come at this point. I really don't know how they'll handle the ending and the secret for, you know, getting to the end of the White House, you know, killing the dentist, doing the arc of the Watcher. I really don't know how they're going to implement it, but it sounds like the safe house is really content heavy, and it's to the point now where they haven't mentioned it for ages, whether it's even going to be added. So I really don't know. I don't know what to say about that either. So basically, as soon as there's more information, I will share it. But the point is, we have an update. Despite Starbreeze being in reconstruction, we still got this update. So as far as I'm concerned, we should be grateful for what we have and hope we get more later down the line. But right now, let's get in and enjoy what we've got, because there is some pretty good stuff to have a look at. Anyway, that sums up everything in the video. There's not much else to talk about until that point. I really don't know what's going on in terms of anything else being added. Until I get into the game, I can't give you any more information. But what I will say is, at least we have Joy. We got a new character, but that will be it now, because the only characters left are H2, H3, and I don't know the situation regarding them. So maybe they'll be added for free, maybe they'll be added for a cost. I don't know the situation. I don't know the deal with H2, H3, whether the deal was exclusive to PC. Really, I haven't got a clue. But there are a ton of heists that are not in this update. There were no new heists added, and there's no crime spree. So those two things, we need a bunch of new heists and crime spree in the next update. I'll get to theorizing when that might drop a bit after the update is released. For now, I'm going to get the update installed, have a look through, do a new video if I think there's there's anything else worth talking about. There may not be. I will try and stream it. I can't promise because my streaming has been compromised since December. You guys know this. It's been an absolute mess. And I wasn't going to try streaming again until I got my upgrades, which, by the way, if you want to donate, Patreon link is in the description. But I didn't want to risk doing any streaming until I knew that I had a better setup. So I will try and stream it. I will try, but I'm a little scared as to whether or not it will work. We'll have to see. So I'll keep you guys posted. But other than that, thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the brand new update. I know I'm going to. I'm going to get in, see what's new, and if I can stream it, I will do so. But until then, hope you guys have a great day. I will see you all very, very soon. Until then, enjoy the new update. Leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed, and subscribe, because as you guys know, it's quick, it's free. I'll always love you for doing so. But until then, thank you all for watching. I will see you all very, very soon with a brand new updated video, and hopefully a live stream if we can get it working. But until then, I'll see you all soon. Take it easy.